Alright, we are good to go, I suppose. I think we are. Anyway, what is going on, everybody? This is a vlog. I'm not really gonna do vlogs like, other people do vlogs where, they go out to someplace cool and they show them this is what I've done for the day. Because I'm not very good at that. And I kind of just like, it's really sort of awkward to be recording out in public like that. I certainly do it for like conventions and stuff like that, but or places where it's kind of normal, but certainly not for this. Anyway, what I'm gonna do, I think, like weekly or something like that, is I'm gonna, make a video and we're gonna talk about something, just some like random topic or something that I have to talk about or that I would like to talk about, and we'll do that. And I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube, make it available for people who are who are supporting me on Patreon to see it a week before it gets published to my YouTube channel, and then, that'll be that. So for this one, it's not going to be so much like a week before, maybe a couple days. I think that I might publish this on Sunday, and I'm recording this on Thursday. It's probably going to be uploaded on Thursday. So, that is the thing. But for this one, we're outside. It's getting a bit chilly at the moment, but I think that today is going to be really nice. Actually, in fact, let me get up and see if I can just show you what the sunset is looking like right now. And this is one of the things that I absolutely love about living out here, is because, we live out in the, like, kind of like the country, and the sunsets here are just spectacular. They are absolutely lovely. Let me get out of the way really quick, just to show. Whoa, I don't mean to turn it like that. But yeah, see, look, isn't that great? Focus on me. There you go. Anyway, I really love it. It's a lot different than Southern California. On one hand, it's nice, but on the other hand, it's not so nice. But yeah, there's deer out in the tree line too, out like that direction. There was a deer that walked into the tree line just as I hit that record button. Look at that background though, isn't that just stunning? That's amazing. It's so nice. But anyway, what I was gonna say is the topic for today, as we're gonna have like every week something new, something random, something personal, something, is, when you should, the times that you should and should not pay attention to what people are saying. And I've got two instances where, well, one instance where you should not listen to this person, and also you should at the same time, and another where you absolutely shouldn't. So number one is this person who a couple days ago posted on Twitter with some criticism of Dre and the way he presented himself in their one interaction that they had at the K-pop in USA store that's out in Miami. And he made the comment like he was acting all, high and mighty, like he's famous or something. And, it was, he was like, kind of like the whole thing, like it wasn't a very pleasant experience. And the first response is, one, Dre is famous, so like that kind of criticism, I guess, we're saying like he's not even famous, because he did say that, isn't correct. But the whole like he was acting like he was famous and better than me is a fair, I guess, criticism or thing to say. And, or, we know what that stereotype is, or what that generalization is all about. So, I've personally met Dre. I've talked to him for a couple minutes. That was really the only time that was available for us to interact before he got mobbed by people on the convention floor at KCON. And, he's cool. He's laid back. He's chill. He's definitely not so much like he is in his videos, because probably I would assume he's kind of like me, and he's not particularly comfortable, or as comfortable, or just like as loose and crazy and wild with people that he doesn't particularly know. So, I guess that is the way that he came across to this person who met him and had some personal interaction with him. And, I know that's wrong, and I'm sure that Dre knows that that's wrong too. He's not like that, or he's not, as this person describe them. So that's like an instance where like you shouldn't particularly listen to what this person says so much. But at the same time, it will be a mistake to not pay attention to what this person says either, because this is the first impression that you have on this person, and it is valid. It's not like what this person thinks is invalid and it has no weight. So it definitely should be taken into consideration, but at the same time, to an extent, it should be ignored after a little bit of like a second of thought or a second of consideration. It should be ignored, and you shouldn't pay so much attention to it. The second thing is another Twitter post by Mr. Popo, not really complaining, but making a comment on how disappointed he is in how all of the hate that AOA has been getting for their whole history quiz controversy and stuff and the stuff that comes out with that has been kind of detracting from how good their new album is. And the only reason, and this is an instance where you should not pay attention to what people say. And this isn't like don't pay attention to what Mr. Popo says, because that's not what I'm saying. We're using that as an example of do not pay attention to what the haters are saying, because you're giving, by paying attention to it and talking about it and thinking about it, and as the news sites are talking about publishing it in news articles, that is giving it weight. That is that right there, giving it the attention that it does not deserve, is the reason why it is taking away, detracting from this awesome music that AOA has released. And that's like people are going to think what they think. You're not going to be able to change what they think. Some of it's going to be negative, some of it's going to be positive. You shouldn't particularly pay attention to it, and especially if you think that the hate is particularly negative and takes away from the overall quality of a product that you really like, then just don't talk about it, ignore it. And I mean, it really is, I think, that easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's easy to say, but it's harder to actually do, because the hate kind of a lot of times tends to cut pretty deep, and it hurts certain points, it hits some spots that you can't really just like ignore. But at the same time, the hate and the hate comments and all that stuff only are only as valid as you make them. So if you don't make them, you don't talk about them, they don't get the attention, they don't take away, they don't detract from something, and that's the way it goes. But at the same time, sometimes depending on what it's about and all that stuff, you should kind of pay attention. Like for me, if someone's posting some criticisms about the way that my videos come out, like one hand, I'm not really going to listen so much because this is the way that I'm doing things. But on the other hand, like maybe I should take that into consideration on how I can adapt in the future. That's just, my take. So, listening to people is important, but also being able to, or having the ability to, dismiss what people say easily and quickly because it isn't really valuable or it's misinformed, as in the case of, Dre's criticism from this, or the criticism of Dre from this one individual. So some of it has values, some of it doesn't, and you need to be able to like take a minute to think about it and then just sift through that and make a decision and then just do it. So, I mean, the internet is full of hate and things that are not valuable, that should not be paid attention, that should not get any sort of attention, and it's only as important as you make it. So if you pay attention and you give it value that doesn't exist, then that is what fuels this garbage. So don't fuel the garbage, and it will just suffocate and die at some point. I don't know. That's my thought. But, we're going to continue with these, I think, weekly, every Sunday. The first one, this one's going to be uploaded tonight. It's going to be published to my Patreon page first. So if you're interested in seeing that at any point, then, or before it actually gets published on the Sunday, then, you got to back me on Patreon. Otherwise, it'll be published on YouTube on Sunday. Every Sunday we'll have, things and topics and stuff that I have to, comments about. So if there's anything that you want to hear me talk about or you want to hear my thoughts on, let me know down in the comments, and then we'll go from there. you know, I'll take those into consideration, but, you know, honestly, it's just gonna be anything that I have a personal opinion on. So that is gonna be it. This video is quite long. All of my videos seem to be about 10 minutes long, don't they? I don't know. I just got away with words. I gotta figure out how to cut this stuff down. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.